Hello, hello, and welcome back to the channel. As most of you know, I'm Topher. And for those of you who don't know and just randomly decided to click on my video, welcome to the channel. I'm Topher. Thank you for stopping by. So we're here to do a reaction, and we're diving back into We Best Love. We're diving to episode 3. It's been a couple weeks since I watched episode 2, but from what I remember, at the end of episode 2, Shu Yi, I think he was being stubborn and trying to, like, show that he's a big man or something along those lines in Shide's presence, because he was eating all the spicy food, and then Mr. Sexy Doctor Man rolled up and was like, girl, you know you can't be eating these spicy foods. So I'm like, girl, okay, I see you trying to impress when you don't have to impress, because unbeknownst to you, you already got his heart. But yes, cuteness. And y'all told me that Mr. Sexy Doctor Man is gonna be important. I don't know if you guys meant in this series or also in the sequel series that I'll get into eventually. But either way, I'm happy to see more of Sexy Doctor Man. So we're just going to dive on into this episode and see more of all of them. Such a good song. I think I've said it before in like either the first or second episode. So much about this soundtrack reminds me of the Where Your Eyes Linger soundtrack, and that is one of my favorite OSTs that I've come across thus far. It's very short. There's very like 4 or 5 songs in the entire soundtrack, but it's just so good. I love it so much. If it means I get to look at you, I'll go.
你知道自己胃不好，还去吃什么麻辣锅？有病吗？现在的大学生不知道脑袋装什么。你也一样，想要他死，就天天煮给他吃啊。你又不会，吃的人是我，骂他干嘛？管他什么事？
But he wants it to be his business.
在美国，酒驾肇事，连酒吧老板都会因为没有阻止客人酒驾而被罚。
Also fair.
他煮给你吃，难道不该被骂吗？
You let these children know, Sexy Doctor Man.
周淑怡同学，这位要整称一下，还是要去看医生？
It's like, I got this.
这礼拜饮食要清淡少点。
Child, you better stop pressing up on me in this bed like this.
可以再吃麻辣。
About to get stabbed in the kidney by something you weren't expecting. You keep looking at me.
这校医是怎么当的？你确定就是这个蠢蛋吗？
Call it out, Sexy Doctor Man.
你先休息一下。
He's like, Doctor, we haven't gotten there yet. I haven't told him this yet. Calm down. Don't spoil my secret.
正好，我去买包烟。同学，你好好休息。他们两个是怎样啊？好像很熟。难道他们两个？
No, girl. If everybody in the room can see that you're the one that he wants.
你干嘛故意在他面前说啊？找乐子啊！情感障碍还可以找乐子哦。看着有趣也行。
Girl?
唉，我未来的表弟妹就那样。
Okay, cousin. I was gonna say this hair stroking thing got me feeling some type of way, but okay, playful cousin.
没有他，也许都没有今天的我。小五的时候遇见他，那时候我爸妈离婚，其实 我很不好过。
Are you trying to talk to Dr. Man, or are you just talking out loud? Because I don't think Dr. Man's along with for the ride with you.
妻子的事实，但是我知道，我妈比我更难受，所以我都装坚强。可是有时候实在忍不住。
喂，你怎么了？受伤了？大丈夫？
You better come on with this pocket handkerchief. Literally, the verbiage sounds just like him as an adult right now. It's hilarious.
我爸他不要我跟我妈了。那你还有妈妈？不像我妈，已经去当天使了。 还是我把我爸爸给你。每次跟他一起。
Girl, you can have my daddy, okay? If I'll trade.
干嘛爸爸乱给啊
Girl, that's a mood.
不然，我把我自己给你好了。有需要就找我，把我当你爸。嗯。
And then that's when the love happened.
乖，这样很好，不要浪费时间哭，花力气让自己变强比较重要。
What's it with me in these series lately, where all these long-term crushes started from like a nice little gesture or something that happened when they were kids.
想哭就来找我，我给你看。
Like I keep saying, the long-term effect, you don't know what long-term effects your kind actions could have on, or any actions you do could have on someone at a young
事实
age.
证明，他应该只是路过好奇而产生的行为。毕竟我转学过去后，他压根认不出我。不过那个下午，我确实被拯救了。你不懂，他的拥抱和让我靠，对那时候的我有多么重要。
Baby.
现在上课了。我以为你会为他翘课，让他知道你的付出，然后趁机掰弯他。
It's like, girl, would you stop? He could be awake. His ass probably is.
我只是想在毕业。
They're always awake.
继续暗恋。要不是他失恋，我连当朋友的机会都没有，好不好？所以陪他度过失恋期。报恩啊，你是白鹤吗？如果你爱心泛滥，就去搞资源回收啊。你才是做资源回收的吧？杯子都破了还不？小心割到嘴。苏玉就拜托你了。
Sure. Okay, what secret love we got going on with you now, Dr. Daddy? Sure, the plot keeps thickening.
走啊！我没空。哎，所以你待会有事吗？干嘛？我们好久没有一起吃饭了。我有点事。
Can't avoid your friends forever, baby, but I get it.
我是想问你，你 你是不是也喜欢玉兴？
不要搞什么兄弟让来让去的。既然你喜欢他，他也喜欢你，有什么问题？
可是，你上次看到我们，你真的 OK 吗？
如果我说不 OK， 你把玉兴让给我吗？
我不想失去你这朋友，但我真的很喜欢玉兴。
我喜欢的人是你们两个，害我还在那边担心你。你要好好照顾他，我打你。
好啦，知道了。
反正啊，你喜欢人家海边先告白，算不算是男人？
还不是因为担心你。
喜欢的人刚好也喜欢你，多幸福啊！超羡慕的。
好啦，
你请我吃饭。
I mean, you got somebody who loves you too. You just haven't loved him back yet.
高斯的，高斯的。
Oh, you searching him out, Joe?
肚子好一点吗？
这样我要找我。
找你干嘛？
他问我是不是喜欢月薪，我说如果是，他要不要让给我？
让给你？
他想都不想，就说办不到。那个家伙个性一直都很温，没有想到态度会这么硬，我觉得好开心。希望他好好对玉兴。
Okay, I like that we reached this point. I like that we could get to this point in the friendship where it's like,
真的能解决一切。
yes, time eventually heals most wounds. I won't say everything, but it heals most things.
这不是游泳社的2大台柱吗？要不要来？社团学弟妹办的送旧夜教师胆大会，月黑风高夜，是创造毕业前的美好回忆。大家说好不好？
比赛的话，
毕业前的回忆，再多一个也好。
赢了就自由了。
Boys will be boys.
不要再走了，好可怕！哎呦，
不用担心，我会保护你的，我不会让你一个人的，安心して。
Child? Girl? So does everybody got a thing for him? Child? Everybody got a thing for him, Lord. I mean, I'm not mad at him. He cute too.
刘病伟，你可以的。周淑怡，我要来救你了。
Child, you better come up behind me and whisper
是
sensually.
你挡在前面吧？哦，宠哥，
So he's not as fine as we thought in last scene. But that's okay, because that's
不是
life.
放下。
You don't just get over things all willy-nilly.
很顺利，觉得很开心啊。你专心一点啊，我这次一定要赢你。天哪！学校什么时候变得这么恐怖？手电筒还没电，高斯的应该还在吧？
Of course he is.
你怎么还在？你去啊！ 你会怕哦？你竟然会怕鬼啊？我委屈一点。
Girl, I heard your inner monologue over there.
我只要一累没有成就感，我们就一起闯关吧。
Mm-hmm.
你干嘛？
我会不会拖累你？
I like these pants.
大丈夫。我罩你。
Okay, so I got your back. Take my hand.
大男人扭扭捏捏，我带你。
This instrumentation is so sweet.
你走前面。
It's more scary in the back. Okay.
会往哪里去呢？我要说什么？你们有没有在听？快点，快
！Girl, you good, baby?
OK， 我太用力了。干嘛？
你有看到世德吗？
那你有看到周书义吗？
你干嘛啦？
一起啊！
Oh, are we gonna build a love connection
是
here?
我啦！不要再拉了，放开我！
Is this a world where everybody gay?
神经病啊！
I like it.
好夸张哦！现场怎么会藏到保健中心啊？
对啊，好夸张哦。
什么声音？
风吹的。你赶快找线索啊！盖完章之后，我们就赶快走吧。
好啦。啊！びっくりした。
怎么了？
我担心你爸。
Girl, I just want to make sure that you're not scared, so I'm letting you know I'm still here for you, baby. Yeah, I really love these pants. Shao?
你冷静一点，冷静一点。
Shao? Ooh. Now, did you turn off these lights like I thought you were about to over there? Because you giving your baby a panic attack, you broke off the damn doorknob.
看得好。
Is that why you smiling?
肚子饿了。
A little bit.
手艺应该有放一些吃的。
Oh, there's gotta be some food here. Let me go exactly to where it is, because I've never been here a day in my life. I didn't hide this food.
难怪你跟他这么熟，连泡面放哪都知道。你喜欢他多久了？
你是不是？
对，你都知道我的了。我们今天算在同一条船上。哎，放心啦，我不会笑你。你喜欢多久？
很久了。只不过，我喜欢的是你。
那我就
Okay.
放心了。
Better come out and say it.
哈？
Mm-hmm. You better come out with it.
你喜欢我？
It's like, I'm done beating around the bush. Here we go.
对啊，怎么可能？
你刚是开玩笑的吗？
我当然是开玩笑的。
Girl, don't backpedal. Don't make him make you backpedal.
手艺凑成一堆。
I was so excited for a minute. Now we backpedaling. Again, giving me total Where Your Eyes Linger vibes. Slurp it up, girl.
你呢？
我不饿，你吃就好。
不会是最后一包吧？
你很啰嗦，赶快吃啊！
He's like, girl, don't worry about it. I'm taking care of you.
一起吃。
一个人吃饱比两个人都饿好。
两个人吃不饱，总比一个人20饱爽。
你没有必要这样子吧？
朋友就是要这样。
你说什么？
不要就算了。
Girl. Don't start saying stuff like that. I'll bend you over this table and eat it with what? What? Sorry, science.
The behavior that you exhibited was whore-like. The whore jumped out, and then it jumped back in.
Virgin.
先说好，就算朋友，良性竞争还是要的。我不会一直输给你。
我也不会让你很介意。
I'm not gonna lose to you forever, but I'm gonna lose to you right now. Y'all cute.
我们之间没有输赢。朋友就是要这样。
Damn, how many noodles were in that one little pack of instant ramen? Lord.
会更好吧？
Okay. 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 Cuteness. Cuteness, cuteness, cuteness. Yeah, lots of good development in this episode. I liked how, well, obviously I love sexy Dr. Daddy man. Like, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? But yeah, I like how he was just so bold and just spoke very, very frankly. It's like, girl, if you wanna see him dead, keep making him these hot pots. And then, you know, Shuyi's like, why are you yelling at him? I'm the one who ate whatever. It's like, well, you know, in the States, if the bar doesn't stop a person from drinking and then they go out and drunk drive, they can be charged and hit with a fine. So I have every right to yell at him too. It's like, girl, you sure he's the one for you? He's so stupid. I'm like, girl, you better talk frankly to him in front of him. And then lo and behold, it's his cousin. So he's known about this, you know, unrequited love that Shide's had for a very long time. So it makes it even more fun that he's pushing these buttons or, you know, testing the waters for Shide. He'd being a good wingman, because Shuyi is still oblivious to Shide's feelings. So, and we don't know if Shide's ever going to like come out and be like, hey, I like you. Fast forward 30 minutes into the episode. Okay. But at that particular point, it's like, okay, I don't know if he's gonna like come out boldly and be like, I like you, let's do things. So his cousin's like, okay, well, fine. If you're not going to step up and, do whatever, I'm going to test these waters. So I'm going to just keep dropping these little hints, pushing these buttons, ask questions, probe, and just see. I'm just going to see. And, we'll see what happens. And then we got the flashback that showed where Shide's feelings, I guess, started. And similar commentary that I've said in other series, like History 4, Close to You, and Lovely Rider, the last episode that I watched. I feel like at that age, they may not necessarily understand whatever they're feeling. So I don't know necessarily that they're going to the feelings that they're feeling now, after years and years and years of, caring for this person, could be categorized as love and, affection, all that kind of stuff. But back then, I don't necessarily know that they were having this very, romantic sort of love or feeling towards this other person. I think it's more just this person they showed them kindness in a moment when they needed it most. And because of that kindness, there was this level of affection that was built up at that young age. And when that affection went, I'm not going to say unchecked, but when that affection wasn't like, we're going to put a stop to this, or no, I don't like you, or anything like that. Didn't get your heart broken. You had no reason to stop having these affectionate feelings. So this affection just kept growing and growing and growing and growing over all these years. It got to the point where now it's like, okay, yes, now I really, really like this person, or I think I like this person. Or at least I like being around this person. I like interacting with this person. Because I don't really think you can say that you love somebody if you don't really know them. And I don't know how well they know each other. I don't know. It's wonky because, yeah, they transferred to the same school and he didn't recognize him. So clearly it was just for Shiyu, it was just a passing moment. He saw some kid cry. He's like, hey girl, what's going on? Here, take my napkin, fix your face. But for Shide, it was the most important day in his life. So when they got transferred to the same school, Shuyi didn't even recognize anything like that. He might remember the moment. If the conversation came up later after the fact, hey, do you remember when you were a kid and you stopped to blah, 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 blah. I feel like that memory might be somewhere in the back of his mind. Maybe not. Who knows? But I guess they spent enough time as rivals, quote unquote rivals, where they might know each other to a certain level. Maybe. Because I don't know exactly when that rivalry started. Well, no, it started when they were kids. We've seen the flashbacks. But I don't know if in the midst of that rivalry, if there was any pleasant interactions between them. Did they hang out? Were they friends at some point before this intense rivalry started? Or was it just instant, okay, I'm trying to get number one so that I can get your attention, blah, 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 blah. It's that how it's been this whole time. So yeah, at that, I lost my train of thought. I forgot where I was going. But in a nutshell, I don't think the feelings that these kids are starting off with as kids in these scenarios is necessarily the same love romantic feelings that they're ending up with at the end. It's very much, I think it's just that act of kindness in that moment of, sadness, weakness, whatever you might want to call it, really just left an imprint on their mind and on their heart. And now they feel very thankful and appreciative to this person. And then that feeling of thankfulness and appreciation over time seems to have grown into this slight obsession, not gonna lie, on all three parts that I'm thinking of, all three examples that I'm thinking of in my head. Slight obsession, which we're framing in these series as this nice romantic thing. and each series is for framing it differently. I definitely say that this series of the three that I've mentioned, Lovely Rider, History 4, and this one, definitely frames it in the most romantic of senses. Like, I mean, spoiler alerts if you haven't seen either of the other two series, but like History 4, that act of kindness turned into a great bit of obsession. Like, that was straight up obsession, stalker. I'm gonna punch all your friends in the kidneys or the liver. I forget which one it was. Y'all go back and remind me which one it was. But like, yes, like that one turned into really big obsession. With Lovely Rider, it was very there was a lot of obsession, and I mentioned a number of times that if we had just changed the background music from this nice romantic, soft whatever music and, blah, 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 this exact same scenario, this exact same dialogue, these exact same interactions could be very, very easily fit into a mystery thriller, stalker, murder kind of narrative film. So there's still very much some like red flag behavior and whatnot, but we're still framing it in this romantic sense. This one seems to frame it in the most romantic sense. Shide didn't really seem so much like stalker crazed, obsessive person, more so as like he's just really, really loved from afar for a very long time. And he's felt just thankful, almost like he owes his life to Shuyi for, just extending that olive branch and, showing him that one act of kindness back when he was down and out. And, he even said himself, like, he saved me that day. So it's like, it feels like it's stemming more from a place of like thankfulness, and that thankfulness / obsession a little bit grew into genuine care and affection and wanting to be around this person. And now that he's got this chance to be friends with Shuyi, that's just validating the feelings that he thought he had even more. So now he is starting to feel these romantic feelings stronger. He is starting to feel that connection and wanting more from him. Yeah, I don't remember what the point of this tangent was supposed to be, so I'm just going to get off this tangent and hop back onto the stream of the show. But anyway, so yeah, Sexy Dr. Man is his cousin, and he was testing the waters for him. We got some flashbacks of him as a kid, and then we had some good conversation there towards the end of the doctor's visit where a lot of stuff was kind of alluded to us without like explicitly telling us, or without explicitly like just here's an info dump. It felt very natural the way the dialogue progressed. So we learned that, in those like 5 minutes, we learned that the reason why Shide has whatever feelings he's had for Shuyi, we've learned that he's living with this unrequited love, but he's not planning on really acting on it. He really just seems to want to help Shuyi get over his broken heart that he's currently dealing with. We've learned that he's going to America with his mom, I guess, after graduation. So there's a time limit potentially on this love connection that may, which I'm assuming does happen since there's a season 2. But there's a potential time limit. So either we got to get this love connection rolling, or it just may not happen at all. Or if it does happen, it's going to happen for a brief amount of time, and then we're either going to have to stop or have to do a long distance, something or another. And then we learned that Sexy Dr. Man also seems to have some sort of heartbreak, maybe potentially unrequited love, maybe not, but still some unresolved heartbreak, emotional issues going on that's related to that cup. And we got all of that within a few minutes, and it felt very, very natural and well done. Like, it didn't feel like it was just, all right, here's all this information that you need. Nah, it was like, no, they showed what they needed to show, they told what they needed to tell, and it just very, very well done. So yeah, I guess that's why Dr. Man is going to be a little bit more important in this story, which makes me excited. And then I don't know if I watched the intro music last episode. I probably definitely watched it for the first episode because it was the first episode. I don't remember if I watched it last episode, but I'm noticing Sexy Dr. Man now. Of course, I didn't know who he was until the end of last episode, so maybe I didn't, just like, oh, there's a cute guy. But, you know, I see him in the intro, like with the final picture, him and 3 other guys. So obviously Yushi and Shide. I see Sexy Dr. Man. I see who I believe is the one friend who was rolling around the haunted house trying to make out with Yushi, and then the other friend that went in. Are those? I think they are the 2. Remind me, because it's been a while since I watched episode 1, but I think they are the 2 friends that Shuyi was trying to like plan pranks on, or plan pranks with, for Shide, back when, you know, Shide came to the swimming competition, blah blah, all this kind of stuff. They were like in the classroom planning pranks, and then Shuyi left, and there was just like this lingering like glance fest between the 2 friends who were there, and I'm like, oh, okay, I kind of ship this. I like this. I think those were those 2 friends. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think those were the 2. And if that is so, I feel like, well, they're definitely trying to ship them together. They're trying to ship them together, even more so in this episode. So yeah, those are the 5 people that I see in this. So I don't necessarily know that Sexy Dr. Man's storyline is going to play out in this series, but he's important enough to be one of the 5 people. Like if I... Mouse, where'd you go? Like here, the intro credits, he's important enough to be one of the 5 people. There he is, with all his sexiness and his beautiful cheekbones. Yes. But he's important enough to be one of those 5 people in that final, like, hey, this is the show, come watch our show. So clearly he's going to play some important part. So I don't know that his storyline's going to play out in this series, but he's still going to be relatively important. But yeah, so we got that, and then we got some nice development as far as Shuyi's relationship with his existing friends. His core friend group that he had from the beginning, who he's been avoiding because he had the crush on the girl. I liked the conversation that he and his friend, male friend, I can't remember the name, but that they had in the classroom, because at first it felt to me like Shuyi was just saying certain things to make his friend feel more at ease and more comfortable. Like, okay, I don't want to see you hurt, and you said that, you know, you like her, but you don't want to lose a friend, so obviously you care about the both of us. So like, I don't want to see you hurt. I don't want to see you guys worry because I'm dealing with whatever emotions I'm having. So that's where I thought the motivation for what he was saying, like, oh, I care about both of you, arm around the shoulder, I love you, buddy, that sort of thing. Like, I thought that's where that was coming from. But then in the very next scene, Shuyi found Shide, and he just seemed genuinely happy. It's like, yeah, I'm happy that they're happy. And I was like, okay, I like this character growth. And he even said, you know, time heals things. I'm like, yes, time heals most things. Some things get healed faster than others, but yes, eventually time heals most wounds. And it's like, I like seeing this growth. But then at the same time, later on in the episode, when we saw the 2 of them in the haunted house, he was still feeling some type of way. And I think it's more along the lines of not that he's still upset that they're together or that he couldn't be with her, but more so like he said, I'm happy that they're together, but I think he's still jealous or sad that he now does not have somebody to be that happy with. So he's happy that his friends are happy, but he's still kind of sad and hurt that he doesn't have that somebody to be happy with. Of course, we're just ignoring this fine ass, sexy, deep voice man here who keeps popping up and making us ramen and hot pots and whatnot. But I'm hoping that his blinder's gonna come off soon, and he's gonna see what's right in front of his eyes, all of this deliciousness over here. But yeah, I like the character development there in that sense. And then I like the whole haunted house set up through the school campus or whatever thing. It's fun, and them being locked in the medical room, it kind of reminds me of when I was watching Why Are You, and them getting locked in the school campus or the mall or something like that. Tutor and Fighter, having that first, like, sort of like, okay, well, I'm gonna be stubborn, I don't like you, but I'm gonna fall asleep and just sleep on your shoulder. Like, okay, this is sweet. Like, it reminded me of that sort of thing where it's like, okay, we're locking these people together, and now we're gonna start planting some more seeds. Or even like in Gaia Sapolicula, when like the power outage episode, whatnot, and then, you know, they were just kind of like, they had nothing to do but talk to each other. You know, those sort of circumstances where like we force people into these situations where they have absolutely no distractions, they have nothing else they can do but talk to one another, but connect with one another in some sense. Like, I like that sort of dynamic, because it's like we're putting this relationship to the test. Can this actually be something, or is it just like a passing fancy? Like, what's gonna happen? So yeah, I like that in that instance, and I was really excited when Shide was like, yeah, I've been liking for a long time, but it's not him. I like you. I'm like, girl, yes, you better stop beating around this fucking bush. You better tell him, yes, let's get this, because we only got 3 episodes left, I think, in this particular series until we get to, you know, number 2. So I'm like, yes, stop beating around the bush and get to it. And he's like, you're kidding. You gotta be kidding. He's like, yeah, of course I'm kidding. I'm like, oh, rude, but I get it. Testing the waters again, just like his cousin was doing earlier. We're testing the waters, seeing what the response was. If it was a positive response, like, oh, you do? Oh, well, okay, let's do something. Then I'm sure he probably would have lingered around and been like, oh yeah, I absolutely do like you. But he seemed to get like a sort of like shocked, almost, it wasn't really even a like disgusted kind of response. It was just like a, oh my god, you've got to be kidding. What? No way. That's not the thing. It's not that he was turning him down. It just seemed more like a genuine just like shock and surprise. So I feel like he was just like, okay, well, this is too much for him to handle right now, so we're just not going to cross this bridge yet. So then he backpedaled across that bridge. But then we had cuteness at the end with the ramen and the rock paper scissors and just cuteness. And he called him his friend. He said, "You're my friend." And I'm like, girl, I see y'all being cute. But yeah, super duper adorable, and I'm excited to see where the rest of this series goes. So yeah, I'll just have to wait till the next episode and find out. But hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, turn on notifications so you'll be notified when all of my shenanigans get posted. If there's anything else you'd like me to react to, be sure to leave it down in the comments. I'll get to it as soon as I possibly can. If you'd like to support the channel in other ways, you're more than welcome to join us over on Patreon. You don't have to, but you're more than welcome to if you want to. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Love ya. And before you guys go, a shout out to my amazing patrons. I can't begin to express how thankful I am for your support. And if you guys would like to join us over on Patreon, the link is down in the description. Love you guys.